Hello and welcome back to this channel. I was gonna say welcome back to Settlers, but this is not the Settlers, this is Pioneers of Pagonia, the game that Volker decided to make when he left the Settlers team. So I think it would be interesting to jump into this game. I've been playing it a little bit, so I sort of understand the basics of it, and also disclaimer is that this game is in very early access, so this is not the final product I'm showing off here. So should we go with the easiest forest map, the wet grassland, or the dry rock map? I think we should try the dry rock map, because I think it will be interesting. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but we will find out together. Loading. Planting for I was gonna say forests, but that is flowers, not forests. I think it's very interesting that he decided to make Pioneers of Pagonia after leaving the Settlers. I don't know the full story about the what you say, disagreements between Volker and Ubisoft, but I think it's interesting, and it is so far shaping up to be a better experience than the Settlers. I also disclaimer, I haven't played the Settlers in its release date, but from what I can see, I'm not impressed. So I think we should. The thing is, in this game, let's start by talking about that. The way it seems so far is that you start with sorry for a cough. You start with the ship, and this is where all of your resources and all your people are on. You can see all of your resources literally on the deck here, and when you click you can see all of the people inside. So we need to get this connected to stuff on land, and we need more land. And the way we get more land is we make guard towers. We could just make one guard tower, but we can make more guard towers. So I think we should also consider our resources. In the starting area here we have some trees here. We could just make a forest and plant some new trees, but it's a good idea to start cutting down trees. And what do we have here? We have something that looks like stone, but apparently it is not stone, so that is pretty annoying. And then we have stone up here instead, and that is not inside our border. So I think that is pretty annoying start to actually have stone that is not inside our border. And I'm contemplating making a guard tower here, but then I would have to make a road over these raspberries, which we can eat. I'm still not really sure about the role food plays in this game, but so I think we should just start out making a guard tower there and get that roaded up. And also the thing is, with this starting area here, we are probably gonna have a little bit of congestion on the road, or whatever it's called in English. I think that is the right word for it. So we're gonna do like this, because then we can make a road here and maybe make a road here, because from what I've seen, you're gonna get a traffic jam up against the ship. So it's good to do something to, what's it called, mitigate that. I'm really not yeah, what's the word? I haven't really used my English for a while, like really talked English. So that's also a good idea to get that brushed up again. Like in my everyday life, I just read everything in English but talk Danish, so it's yeah, weird. So Explorer's Hut, Should we make that up here just because we can? I think the deal with this house is that they will... what's the word for it? They will walk out and explore the island from that house. Let's see, can we do this and this and this? Yeah, I think that's okay. And then if we wanted to, we could also have some buildings in here. So I think that's fine. And I think this guard tower is pretty interesting because it have a radius. This is like the small radius. This is what is going to prioritize first, and then there's the bigger radius, and then there's an even bigger radius. And I don't know if there's another one after this. But guard towers can be active for a while. And with this game, as it was in the Settlers, the way guard towers works is that they will be occupied by people. In this case, they are called guards, and those guards will start to claim land. And these circles show, yeah, okay, they can claim all the way out to this, so that's quite a long way they can claim. And that means we could potentially just do with just one guard tower, but I want us to get started on claiming a little bit faster, so I think we should have another guard tower over here. If we do like this, and then we road up to this intersection here, and what we need next is we need to think about wood cutting. We have more trees over here than we have here, so we could potentially bank on pioneering this this wood before our wood infrastructure gets up and running, but that's a bit, yeah, I think we should just cut this what we have here. So we could either just make woodcutters and just use that, or we can make a forester, and I think we should do the forester here. And yeah, I think we should have the forester like this. I don't know how phasing in this game, if that has any effect on effectiveness. And also the thing here to note is that the forester, when I am about to place it here, the small circle here is the range the forester is actually going to place trees. So it might actually be a good idea to have it over here, because that would limit the extent of the trees, because I think over here will be hard to place buildings. We would want this area here for buildings, so I think we should prioritize keeping a little bit of space here if we want to make a road. And I think we should just set it here, and then we should just make the road just in case we need it. So road there, and then we can do the woodcutters. So this is, no, that's sawmill, whoops, this is a woodcutter. And should we just have them up against the forester here? I guess we can do that. So should we do that? I'm a little bit unsure if that is the correct call here. I think maybe that's okay. Maybe keep the road open there, so we have the woodcutter here and the woodcutter here, and then we just make the road, just to make sure that the forester is not going to place any trees on it that we're gonna have to knock down. The small trees, I think we can just put road over, but if they become bigger, then we need the woodcutter to actually cut them down. So far so good. So far our 3 lanes here is not really going to happen. I think we should... I don't know, I sort of want to make the sawmill here, but I also want to just take this road. Actually, maybe just see if we can demolish this road and then make the road from this side and see if we can just make a straight road like that. It's not gonna be 100% straight, but I guess that's okay. So we can do sawmill here. Should we do that like that? Then they will walk between like that. Oh, I think we should actually have them facing this. Do one here, and I really would have liked to put one here, but that is not going to happen anytime soon. So let's see here, Explorer's Hut. They have like a smaller range, and they have like a bigger range, and they have one even further and all the way out here. So that is why I wanted them to be as far into the island as possible with our current land, so as far away from the ship. I think that is a good way to start. So what do we have here? We have flax here. We can get that gathered up. We have stone up here. We should think about that. Quarry. We could just put quarries on top of this, and that wouldn't... I wouldn't like that. I think we should... I really don't know if we're gonna need that flax. I'm not really sure what the deal is with flax, but we should also get started over here. We are actually... This is done, so there will actually be guards on the way. I think this is a guard. There are more guards coming, and these guys are just carriers, and they are carrying... what is it called? The border pins. What's it called in this game? Border stones. That's what it's called. And a funny thing about border stones is that we need... It's also a fun thing to talk about with this game. A quarry gathers stone and limestone, and we can use that in some buildings, but some buildings need cut stone, and then we need border stone to expand, so we need a building to process stone. So we are actually having sort of the same thing as we have with wood cutting, where we cut logs called trunks here. And then we have a sawmill that produce beams and boards. And then we also have the next level, you could say, after stonemason. We have stone mill, where we can make cement. And that requires all kinds of funky things like wooden cogwheels. And I think the way we do that is we need to have a wood workshop. This building here. And that requires cut stone and softwood beams, so that is pretty doable. So that is a thing we should prioritize doing, and also the objective is telling us to make the wood workshop. So I think we should prioritize doing that, but for now I just want to see how this land is shaping up. Looks like our explorers are charting the map. He is walking around with his provisions and having a look around. So far, these stones are nothing, but this is coal, and this is coal, this is coal, this is nothing. Okay, so we could actually gather this coal. And we have this forester here. That's all great, but the thing is, this forester, he requires water. So we need to actually go into the food products, and we need to give him a well. So I think we should maybe sacrifice one of his trees here. That was actually 2 trees, I'm sorry, forester. And then he will actually have a good access to water. And let's see, we have the raspberries here, so I would like us to maybe not have to road over those. So let's see what we can do here. Quarries. We can actually quarry pretty far up this hill here. We can't squeeze it in up here. That's not possible. That is too steep. But we can squeeze it in here. And this is coal. That is also a good thing to keep in mind. Quarry. So I think we should maybe do 2 quarries down here, and then we can do a coal gatherer up there. I think we can actually do. I think we can do the quarry here. I think that's okay. Yeah, like that. What even is this? Stone. Okay. So now we need this guy to take this land here so we can get this road going. Otherwise it would be a road through the trees and we can't do that. We can do like that. That could work. Do we want this? I don't think so. That is not really what I want. I want this tree to go away so we can have the sawmill right here. And it is pretty much on purpose that I have the production buildings on a separate loop here, because if this boat here is going to provide something for stuff over here, then this will not, there will not be congestion because of production here. But this intersection here could be a problem, but we can of course redesign that if we want to. I think we can maybe put a road here, and then we can actually make this bypass this, and yeah. In theory we could make a sort of a roundabout situation if this becomes too bad. We just need to remember to not build anything here, because then we could do it in this area. Okay, so now we already have this stuff going on, and what are these guys doing? Are they actually going to yeah, they're actually going to dig here even though we don't have a road, so that's pretty great that we can actually work on it without having the roads set up. I think that's a good position for a road. And stone there, that's great. Coal there, and coal there, and coal there. We need to figure out where the rest of our materials are. And I think we can actually build in all of this, so I think that's okay, but it's yeah. I would much rather build stuff here, like food infrastructure would be fun to have here. And speaking about food infrastructure, we should probably make that forager that I was talking about. And now the shitty thing is that we can knock down some trees here by putting this thing down. And this tree is already too big for us to actually put stuff there. We could just put it here, but we're gonna need a hunter anyway. We could put the hunter over here. We could also maybe run with 2 hunters. I don't really know what the animal situation is. I don't think there's a lot of animals in here, so I think so far we should just forage here. So I think we should just yeah, we're gonna do this. Sorry trees, and we have that quarry coming. They are done leveling it, I think. What does it say? Builders incoming. So we should make another quarry, I think. And we can make it right up against this here. And then we can just roll it up to the road like that. I think that would be fine. And then we want stonemasons. Yeah, Do 2 stonemasons like this. I think that would work great. Okay, I think this is a pretty good start. Let's see over here. They want us to make 1 quarry. We're making 2. They want us to make 2 stonemasons. That's fine. Maybe actually making 2 quarries is a bit of a mistake. We could maybe try and do it and not do it and see if the quarry actually provides enough stone, because that's also a thing with this game. It is so new, it is not released yet, so the ratios for things are also something to figure out. So wood cutting huts, we could cut wood over here, but I guess we should make a forester if we want to do this. And we could make another forest, another woodcutter here, just to fulfill the objectives here. The objectives are sort of a guideline, I guess, to make sure that people are progressing in an orderly fashion. So, should we just put this here? It's gonna be enough to access these trees, and also, yeah, I think that's okay. And also the trees that are gonna be sprouting from this forester here. Maybe 3 woodcutters and 1 forester is actually the way to go. Could be this is actually telling me the ratios, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And we should maybe build some more of what the game is telling us to do. We have a forger hut, we're gonna do that. We should do a hunter. It is also telling us to do that. And then as always, I think we should keep just a little bit of space here for a road if we want to have it. And there are animals running around here. So we could just put that here. I think that will be pretty great. And apparently they're also hiding in these 3 trees here. We have 2 rabbits. So, and then also a wild boar here, and more rabbits over here. A deer that doesn't care, that's great. So, I think the hunter will be good. So then, the next order of business will be, of course, the should we have another sawmill? The game is not actually suggesting us to make another sawmill, is it? It is just saying woodcutters and wood workshop. That's interesting. Let's see, the wood workshop requires cut stone, so we need these buildings to be up before that anyway, but we could just place it and have it ready, I guess. So maybe have it, this is an access road. I don't really want this guy to be feeding right up to a road. Then I would rather, should we do like this? What is he gonna use? He's gonna use hardwood boards and rope. So having him up here is not gonna make sense. Having him up against the having him closer to the what's it called? The sawmill is actually making a lot more sense. So I'm thinking here how we should do this. This is not ideal. I wanted to reserve the space for something else. So we are back to watching Aliestor spend half an hour figuring out how to place a single building. I think we should just do the sawmill, because that was the plan. Having 2 sawmills, I don't know if it's too much. Could be. Oh, the game is actually telling us to make 2 quarries. I just yeah, saw something else. Sawmill, and let's do the... I guess the problem is I have played this demo a little bit before, so now I'm overthinking my moves instead of just doing stuff. So I could place it behind these guys like that. The thing is, there are no fissure stuff yet, so we can just go crazy with placing stuff up against the sea. Nothing is gonna be nothing is gonna use that area better. Yeah, put it there. We'll see if that works. And maybe do it on an angle like that. See if that does anything. So far the traffic is flowing, so so far so good. I don't know if it's because of how I placed things or because of just the way traffic flows in our little settlement here. I was thinking of what to call it. An empire. Too small to be an empire. That would not. It would fit, I guess. And I guess at some point, one of the interesting things is that we start with a lot of stuff here, and we have a lot of potential storage on the ship here, but it is gonna be annoying to have to walk all the way back to the ship all the time, so we actually have the potential to just store everything on the island already. So we could maybe just try and do that. We'll try and see if that actually... Try and see how that works out. I'm a bit curious. But this is probably in the way if we want to... Yeah, it's in the way if we want to fix the road. So I think we should maybe not do it like that and just do it somewhere else. But is it okay to have storage up against the main road? I don't know. We could have it like this. I think that's okay. Then we can have another one there if we want to do that. So... Let's see here, quarry construction camp. That's also a thing that is nice to have, because that would mean our builders are actually on the island and not waiting on the ship to go ashore all the time. So that will also help with traffic congestion. Isn't congestion the right word? I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm sorry if that is the case. I don't think this is gonna be a busy road, so I think we can do this, and then if we wanted to have a busy road, then we can just make a road out from it and do other stuff. I think that would be okay. So have this guy here. That would mean we could also have put the wood workshop over here, but that would maybe have made it more busy. I don't know. But no reason to overthink too much. We are reaching the half-hour mark. I think I will go over just a little bit, because this will be the first video after a long while, and I will only record one video for now, because I don't have the time, but I want to play this game a little bit more and tell you guys about what I think, if you guys think that would be interesting. So, vegetable farm, we could do that here, and then we could have the farm I want to say below, or I mean behind. So, vegetable farm, yeah. And I think the hunter can still hunt a lot, so no, wait, let's just... should we just put the vegetable farm on the other side here? Also an annoying thing about this game. I think that's the thing that they're gonna change, is that buildings, they don't snap to the road. So if you do like this, then they will have the opening of the building face the other way. So you have to click on the right button and then hold it and just do like this, and then it will face the right way. And the same here, you can just change the facing. So it's just a small thing. I think they will at least make it possible to snap, or at least that's a thing that should be suggested, because I think that would make more sense if you like make a road and then you can just put buildings up against the road, like, yeah. I think we are gonna we're gonna encroach on this hunter at some point, and maybe have to move it or something, but so far so good. I think we should do the vegetable farm. We can do it here because then we can, then I guess we should use this area for farming, and then we can make roads around and do something else. I think that will be fine. And I am not 100% sure about how much farmland this guy should have, so I think we should just do a little bit of an experiment. And that also gives me a chance to talk about another feature of this game, is that they have changed how farms are actually working. And of course it is up against the road that is not straight, so that is going to be a little bit off grid here, but I think it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be, some people might call it charming. I am a little bit annoyed by it, but I think it's okay. So now we have 6, 12, 18, 24 fields here. So if we do another layer, then we get up to, oh, okay, I did not like to see that. Let's do this. Okay, now we are up to 30 fields for this vegetable farm. So we're gonna see how many fields they are actually going to occupy, and then we can delete the rest, because I am not sure how many they take. So vegetable farm, then it is telling us we need to make a provisioner. This building here. And I can, what was the building? It was, this was provisioner. Yeah, I can see it uses food to make rations, and the people who use rations are like the explorers. So we can maybe, to make sure we don't increase traffic out here, we can, or in an attempt to not increase traffic out here, we can do this. See if that works. I don't know, I'm not sure. We can have a little bit of a look at our buildings here. I think much of this is placeholder. So we have a lot of people up here cutting the stone. These two quarries are doing work. And these two stonemasons are also doing work. I think we did all of the things it said on the other thing, or at least some of them, so it is suggesting us new things. And I think maybe that is a good time to put a cut in this and come back to it another day. So let's do a save here. Let's call it, can't we give it a name? Okay. Cool, that's a bit annoying. Okay, so we're gonna save this on slot number 4. Hopefully. So, I want to thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video, where we will look a bit further into this game and see what it is offering and what it potentially should be offering, because I think some things are a little bit silly, like the fact that it makes sense that a forester needs water to water the saplings, but I think it's unnecessary. The well is cheap, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.